Guys, it is almost St. Patrick's Day, and if you're anything like me, you've probably had your fill of subpar corned beef. But this year, let's fire up our smokers and I'll show you how a little bit of smoke can make a much better corned beef. Now you'll need a corned beef brine brisket. This one is still whole, so we'll need to trim it down. Now, as with any brisket, you'll need to trim off any brown meat and excess fat. I have a whole video on trimming brisket, so I won't get super in depth on this video, but you'll want to clean it up and separate the flat and the point. For this recipe, we're going to go flat only. Now we've got our brisket trimmed supremely, and it's time to hit it with a good thick grind all-purpose rub. Now I'm going to hit it with some big pieces of pepper, salt, garlic, all of that, because I really want these flavors to pop when you bite into it. Guys, don't half-ass this. Really get it in there. Make sure that you cover all of it, alright? And while you're at it, it doesn't hurt to really season the table as well. Just get that seasoning everywhere. Make a huge mess. If you're not making a mess, what the hell are you doing with your responsible cooking techniques? Now we also want to really back up that pepper flavor. I mean, it's really essential to the corned beef, right? So I got some restaurant grind pepper, and I'm going to hit it again with a nice, thick, healthy coating. Now it's time to get it on that smoker. Your smoker should have been preheating to 225 degrees. We want to hit this low and slow for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Make sure that we get a good smoke flavor.
So after we get you looking dope as possible in your Skull and Mortar t-shirt, we got to get to the cooking. You might as well get that food tasting fly as possible with your Beach Bum Barbecue Rub, made exclusively by Skull and Mortar. It's award-winning. It's going to take your food from the bottom to the top. And after we sauce you up, we might as well rub you up, my friends, with that Skull and Mortar rub. That's right, don't be a pervert. We're not talking about that kind of rub up, my friend. We're talking about the rub that you put on your meat. Again, come on, dude. Have some class. Put this on your chicken, your pork, your beef, your fish. It doesn't matter, you can put it on anything. If you can find something you can't put it on, shoot me a DM because you'll literally blow my own mind. Check it out now at skullandmortar.com.
Guys, I've recorded this so many times trying to say the word instance correctly, and so hopefully we'll get it right this time, alright? We've had this on the smoker for like an hour and a half. I've been trying to record this for like 2, so go ahead and pull it off the smoker, alright? Less is more in this instance. We don't need our brisket all red-eyed and trying to join reggae jam bands. It's had enough smoke. Tone it back, alright? We want to up that moisture though. A dried out corned beef really sucks. So I'm going to add about 3 cups of water, which is enough to cover the bottom third of my brisket. Now we're going to cover it in foil, make sure it's good and tight, and we're going to get it back on the smoker at about 275 degrees for another hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't have another commercial to show you, but make sure you check out skullandmortar.com or some of the links below to help support the channel. So guys, we have had this on the smoker for about another 2 hours. We got a great steam coming out of this thing. It looks and smells fantastic. It is about where we want it. It's time to enrich in those flavors, guys. We're gonna rough chop a potato. We're gonna rough chop some onion. Now, I'm gonna take the skin off. You do whatever you want with it. I'm also gonna get rid of the root there. But then I'm gonna grab my brisket and I'm gonna toss all these onions and potatoes in. But that's not it. We're also gonna dump in a bunch of carrots. All of these things are gonna add a depth of flavor to this meat. So this cooking technique is called braising. We're gonna get that foil, we're gonna wrap it back on there, and we're gonna allow all these flavors to really meld together and get into that meat to just really enrich in the depth of flavor. Alright, so get it back on your smoker at about 275 degrees, another hour and a half, 2 hours. You should be at about 198 internal temperature.
Alright guys, let's get into this corn MFB.
Now, in full disclosure, I realize that these are not the same flats that I had earlier. I was definitely cooking more than one flat, and I pulled the wrong ones, but the cooking process was all the same. Dude, St. Patrick's Day, look at that, dude. Perfect. Man, perfect corned beef. Look at that, it's tender, it's juicy. Let's see how this guy looks. Look at that. Yes, dude, juicy. I gotta get a bite of this. Guys, this corned beef is so good, and I'm just gonna really smash this whole thing right now. So if you like this video, hit like, let me know if you tried it in the comments below, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video.